The Celtic Forever podcast is a zero advert and zero profit channel. The channel also includes Celtic highlights and player interviews, so join the uninterrupted fun and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.
Hi folks, this is the Celtic Forever podcast. I am Xander. I've got John here to go through everything Celtic that's been happening during this international break, and that's not much by the way, but let's say hello to John anyway. How are you, John? Still both to tears during this international break? I mean, it's absolute torture with it, Celtic, isn't it? But we do have a big game tonight, Rangers versus Celtic in the Women's League, John, so we've got that to look forward to. We're going to do our competition on that, but how are you anyway, buddy?
I am alright, I never knew that game was on. That will give me something to watch that, I think. Wouldn't normally watch it, actually, to be honest with you, but there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah, that's it, John. You've got your international stuff there, but Scotland doesn't kick off the Saturday and Tuesday, so there's been nothing all week, to be perfectly honest with you. Nothing really interesting to watch football-wise. So, yeah, Rangers versus Celtic ladies. Friday night, John, that's we've got that to look forward to. That'll be a good game, actually. I know the Celtic ladies aren't doing too well just now, but we're going to do the competition on that this week, John. That's the competition for the league correct score, 3 points for every correct Celtic score you get. We're going to do it with the Celtic versus Rangers game on Friday night. One guess each into the comment section. Your guess at the correct score to win the fantastic prize at the end of the season. The game is actually on Sky Sports Football, so it's on live TV as well, so it's easy to pick up. You'll get the game on the TV, so it is something for us all to look forward to. We'll do the predictor first, actually, John. We'll do that right away, so we can get your re-prediction for that game. And I'll quickly run through some odds, gives everybody a wee idea of the pricing in this one. Rangers are priced at evens. They're at home. They're priced at evens. The draw is priced at 12-5. And the Celtic ladies, they are priced at 2-1. We'll get into the news and everything else in a wee minute, folks, but we'll get this out the road just now. But what are you thinking, John? What's your prediction for Rangers versus Celtic?
I have no idea. I ain't watched the Celtic ladies. I says Celtic won 9-1 the last time they played, those Celtic ladies. I seen that on Celtic News Now, I think it was. I never read the whole thing. I just seen Celtic ladies 9-1. I don't know if it was an old post or something a few years ago when they beat Montrose 9-1, but apparently they only beat Hamilton ladies 3-0 last weekend. So I don't know why that was on there. I should really click in these things and read. Maybe it was a 91 bet they won or something, I don't know.
Yeah, well, when you click on these things, John, you have to go through 10 sets of adverts.
Exactly.
To get to the 2 lines of news that you're looking for. So you're right, you don't want to click on it. It's quite bad, actually, all this carry on with these, Celtic stories. You click on it and then you've got, honestly, the adverts are pathetic. And that's what I like about our podcast, John. There is absolutely zero adverts. You've got to look at all these other podcasts. I'm not just talking about Celtic podcasts here. I'm talking about podcasts in general, where, they're asking for money for T-shirts, money for a more improved version of the podcast, newsletter versions of the podcast, give your email address and money and you'll get a better version of it. We don't have any of that on this, John. We just talk Celtic. You don't get any, we're not a podcast that will ask you to subscribe before you can leave a comment as well, John. You can leave as many comments on this podcast as you like. There's no adverts all the way through our podcast. In fact, there's absolutely zero adverts during our podcast, John. So keep your money in your pocket, folks. Keep your money, your hard-earned cash in your pocket, We won't ask you for a single penny. And that does annoy me, John. That's when you go to the news sections for the Celtic news, you click on it, and it's just basically it's people asking for money, John.
It's all money spinners, and it's all about selling products. But if you want to chase people away from a podcast, I think the first thing you should be doing actually, if you want to chase people away, is ask them to subscribe before they can leave a comment or something like that. I don't listen to any Celtic podcasts. I don't even listen to this one.
I don't blame you. yeah, it's the adverts thing that annoys me, John. I mean, we don't even mention that we don't have adverts on this podcast, but we're mentioning it today because we've got a wee bit of time, so why not? Why not indeed? Right, John, back to this Celtic versus Rangers ladies game on Friday night. It's going to be an absolute cracker. It always is the Glasgow derby at any level. So we need a score off you for the competition for this weekend. Correct score, league there on your, let me check what side it is, on your right hand side. Get your guess in, folks. Don't miss out, because a lot of people have missed out the last couple of weeks because there was no Celtic. It was international stuff and the B team fixtures. A lot of people missed out. But don't miss out on this chance to get your 3 points, John. So what are you thinking, buddy?
Aye, and don't give them a second chance if they've missed out. You should be listening to the podcast and hearing what we're talking about. The podcast is there. You get your guesses in. It always says at the start of the podcast, and some people missed out on their chance. So hard cheese. If you missed out on your chance, you've got another chance tonight. Celtic ladies are in town. Anyway, who can you quickly do the top threes under in the league?
I've not got that information on me just now, John. I'm afraid.
I bet you've not.
No, it's Roseanne, Paul and yourself, John, into top 3 with 9 points, all 3 on 9 points, and then various players below you on 6, and then various below the 6s with 3. So very tight, John. It is actually very tight. 2 correct scores, and that's everything changes. Starting with the night, hopefully, John, hopefully for me, I've got my wee idea of the score. And by the way, the game, as I say earlier on, it's 7:30 tonight on Sky Sports Football, so everybody can watch this one if you get a wee link or whatever, if you've not got Sky Sports. The Celtic ladies, John, not firing, are they? They're getting beat, off quite a few of the teams, struggling to beat Hamilton Accies last week as well. I know 3-0 sounds convincing, but everybody else is taking 7, 8 and 9 off Hamilton Accies, John, so it gives us a wee idea, and the bookmakers also have put Rangers favourites in this one, but it's going to be hard to pick against Celtic in this one, I think.
I watched the last one. I think the Rangers ladies won it 2-0, and it was I was going to say boys against men, but it wasn't. It was girls against men.
Yeah, it's they struggle just now, the ladies, don't they? They really do.
Aye, I'm only joking, by the way. The last time I watched it, it was kind of Celtic. They were in the game for a long time. Then they just totally capitulated near the end of the game. They lost a couple of goals. But for this one, I've seen enough of Celtic ladies this season. I think I've seen maybe 4 or 5 games, and I've not been impressed. They've won the last few games quite convincingly, mind you. I think it was Aberdeen, Motherwell and Hamilton Accies or whatever. Don't really care who it was, to be honest, but this one, I think I'm going to go for a Rangers win again, Xander. I think they'll beat us 3-1. No, 3-0.
3-0, yeah, we're not playing too well. Where's that team that won the league a couple of seasons ago? It's disappeared into it. So I'll say, I don't know, John. I just don't know. I don't watch much of the ladies' game at all. But for this one, I'm going to go with the draw, and I'm going to say 2. No, I'm going to change it, John. I'm going to say 2-1 to Celtic, actually. There you go. I've changed my mind at the last second there. 2-1 to the Celtic ladies away from home against the Rangers. So good luck to the ladies. Anyway, get your guesses in, folks. Get your guess in before it's too late, because the kick-off is at 7:30.
I might change my mind as well, Xander. I think I'll just go for the 2-0 to Rangers. I'm going to change it for 3-2. I probably regret doing that, but I've seen the strength of the Rangers women's team. They just look a heck of a lot stronger than the Celtic ladies. But I'm going to go for 2-0 to the... No, I don't know. 2-1. I'll go 2-1 to the Rangers ladies. There you go. 2-1. Final answer. like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. 2-1 to the Rangers ladies.
Right, okay, right, John. Okay, and we'll go through the rest of the predictor a wee bit later on. But let's get into the Celtic stuff then. The men's team, the stuff that we're here to talk about. And it's the Celtic manager situation. Obviously, that's top of the list just now on everybody's list, isn't it? Who's going to be the next Celtic manager? You know, you've got Martin O'Neill still there. You've got Wilfried Nancy as well. He's the hot favourite still. You've got just all your usual ones there, John. Your Knudsens of this world as well. They're all still there. But let's talk about the one that's a hot favourite, John. Wilfried Nancy. The Frenchman, he's the manager of Columbus Crew just now. He likes to play a possession and attacking based style of football, so that suits us down to a T. He has a 48% win ratio just now with Columbus Crew. He's won a few trophies as well, John, this guy. He won the Canadian League in 2021. He's won the CONCACAF Champions Cup final as well. He's won the MLS Cup and he's won the MLS League as well, of course. So the guy's got a bit of success, shall we say, behind him, John, this boy, Wilfried Nancy. How do you think, buddy?
No idea. I've no idea who he is. I've seen the clips of him and all that stuff, and watched a couple of games that he was involved in as manager, but I really don't know. Apart from that, I don't know anything about the guy. It's kind of similar story to Ange. I mean, you can't write the guy off just because he's managed in lower leagues, if you like. I don't know anything about MLS and the Canadian League and all that stuff, but like, he has managed and he has won trophies. I really don't know. I can't really comment on what I'd like right now. I still love Ange to return, of course. And speaking of the Canadian League, I was watching a game, I think it was a cup semi-final, 2 Canadian teams, and they were playing in the deep snow. It looked brilliant. I mean, it reminded me when you were kids and the snow was maybe 4 or 5 inches deep, you're kicking a ball about. And these boys were playing in the conditions. The snow was really thick on the pitch. There was an orange ball. The snow was pouring down for the sky, so it just looked absolutely amazing. Brilliant game as well, by the way. Can't remember who the teams were, but one of them won 2-1. Great game. Yeah.
So there's a lot of good football worldwide, John, that we're missing out on it there. But John, I forgot to mention as well, just on the competition there, we are still one of the very few podcasts that give away free prizes, John. Free prizes. You don't have to pay, don't have to subscribe, don't have to do nothing. But just enter competition, that's all you have to do. And if you miss out on this Rangers versus Celtic ladies game and you're in that league table and you miss out, we'll give you a second chance with the Hibs and Hearts game on Sunday, because of course we're doing this on Friday night, John. It's not long to kick off and a lot of people listen to the podcast the next day, so we'll give you a wee chance. If you miss out on the Rangers Celtic ladies game, you can get a guess in for the Hibs and Hearts game on Sunday. So we like to be fair on this channel, John.
Right. The Totty Scone Derby.
Yeah, that's the Hibs and Hearts ladies, by the way. But it's still Totty Scone, as John says. Right. The manager situation then, John. So that's Wilfried Nancy. He's obviously the clear favourite at the moment. But there is other contenders, John. We still have Martin O'Neill at the club. He's having crunch talks with Dermot Desmond on Friday, John. So we'll not know the outcome of that until probably after the international break. But, you know, Martin O'Neill is still there in the background. He's still doing a fantastic job. Crunch talks with Dermot Desmond, John. What do you think the outcome of that will be, possibly?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know much because I'm not a fly on the wall, so I don't know anything. But me personally, I would like Mark to stay on at least until the end of the year. Bring in a new manager at the new year, new fresh beginnings at the new year. Or even if Martin's doing well, keep him on to the end of the season if Martin's feeling up to it. It's on Martin O'Neill's court, I think. It's up to Martin O'Neill, I think. I think if Martin wants to stay on, I think the board would be very happy to keep him there until such times they find a full-time manager. But I think the ball's in Martin O'Neill's court, and I just get the impression he doesn't really want to stay on, and I don't blame him. He's wanting to enjoy his retirement, Martin, you know. It's a very stressful thing to take over Celtic, especially when you're in your mid-70s kind of age. The guy just wants to relax and enjoy himself. I just don't think Martin's... I know his heart's in Celtic, but I just don't think I just can't see him wanting to take that on, Sander. And like I says, I think it's in Martin O'Neill's court. I think he's in the driving seat, and I think Dermot would love him to stay on at least until the new year.
Yeah, he's turned around the fortunes in the league and a Glasgow derby win as well. You can't ask for any better, really, can you? But I think these talks will be centred around possibly staying on until January, John. But we'll wait and see how what comes out from that meeting between him and Dermot Desmond. John. The other contenders are Kieran McKenna. He's still there or thereabouts. Knudsen's still there or thereabouts, although I've heard he's sort of losing interest. And Nicky Hayden, the Club Brugge manager as well. The Rangers supporters will be shaking in their boots if we get the Club Brugge manager, John.
Aye, Bruges looked good, didn't they? They looked good when they played against the Rangers, but half decent manager him. I don't really mind who comes in, as long as I think I'd prefer a manager with a bit of pedigree, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? We're talking about this boy Nancy. Is it Nancy or Nancy? I don't know how you pronounce his name, but I just want to see a bit of pedigree, and that's why I always go back to Ange. I think his style suits Celtic. I know he's taking a break out, but you know, people do change their minds. He could change his mind. He might be sitting right now having his mince and tatties and thinking, Struth, I might take that job on after all. You don't know.
Aye, okay. Yeah, you never know. You don't know what's going through people's minds, John. And it's still all of a bit of a mess. We're hoping we'll be a wee bit closer to the outcome of this by the end of the international break, John. I know we've still got a week of that still to go, just over a week of that still to go. So we'll wait and see. That's all we can do, is wait and see who comes out as the top runner for that one. That Martin O'Neill is very much still in there with a shout. Right, John, we'll leave that there. That's the manager. We've covered that. Dyson Maeda, he's came out and says that he is he's not that he's not happy, but he knows that he's playing out of position just now at Celtic, John. Just Dyson just wants to play where he's most comfortable, and that's over on the left, but we can't play Tenecte and Dyson Maeda on the left, so he's just got to, you know, man up and play on the right where the manager wants him to play, John. That's all we can do, because we've got somebody on the left just now in Tenecte who's playing absolutely brilliant just now. But, you know, the day will come when he gets playing back over on the left, I suppose. But Dyson coming out saying his preferred position is on the left.
Well, we've always known that's his strongest position out on the left. I think Celtic looks stronger when Dyson's out on the left. Don't know, Tenecte, I think he picked up a wee injury. Am I right in saying that? I'm sure he picked up an injury recently, so Dyson might get his chance if Tenecte's no back.
Yeah, that's it, John. Tunisia, you know, he didn't fly out with his international team, so that's a bonus. He did pick up that slight knock, and it's prevented him from playing international football. That can only be a bonus, but we're hoping it's nothing long term like the rest of the injuries we have. Don't go through and what everybody knows what the injuries are, but yeah, he did pick up an injury there, Tenecte, John, and if it isn't fit when the football resumes next Sunday or Saturday, Dyson could very well find himself back on the left-hand side.
I would welcome it. I mean, I like Tenecte, but I just think Celtic looks stronger when Dyson's there. Tenecte's he's a wee bit like Jota without the final ball. If that's a way I could describe Tenecte. He's no maybe quite get the final ball that Jota's got, but he's still a cracking wee player. He definitely had something to Celtic, but I just think Celtic, for me personally, Celtic looks stronger when Dyson's out in that left.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully Tenecte's injury isn't as long as the rest of the guys that have picked up these hamstring injuries. Right, John, we'll quickly move on because there's not much to go. There's just a quick one tonight, folks. Let's have a wee look. What I was going to mention. Yeah, Issa Tull, John. He is, you know, getting uneasy, playing on the bench every week. He is a top goalkeeper, Issa Tull. He's away on international duty just now. All these players seem to come out and talk when they're away on international duty, don't they? But Issa Tull came out saying he needs to play football. And an option of our loan is an option, our potential option, John, for Sinisalo. We don't want to lose Sinisalo, do we?
No, it annoys me that guy's sitting on the bench. I still think he's a better keeper than Schmeichel. I honestly think he's better. Maybe knowing Casper's heyday when he was younger, he was a fantastic world-class keeper. But I think Sinisalo, I think he suits Celtic. I think he's a cracking keeper. I'd be hell of a gutted if Celtic did let him go, be it on loan or whatever. I think he's a top keeper, and he deserves to be number one.
Yeah, well, he's not been given a chance, John, under any of the two managers, Martin O'Neill or Brendan Rodgers. So we'll see if another manager comes in and maybe have a wee bit more luck. But, you know, Casper still has got a lot to offer as well. But the big man, Sinisalo, he's making some noises, isn't he? So we'll wait and see what happens with that as well. Okay, moving on. Celtic are monitoring Evan Ferguson. He was linked to Celtic in the summer, wasn't he? And obviously we're short of strikers just now. So Celtic are monitoring Evan Ferguson, John. He's on loan just now at Roma. Hasn't kicked a ball, really. Things are not working out for him at Roma. So that loan could be cut short. And John, and you never know, he could end up at Celtic. He's a Celtic supporter. And he's not doing anything at Roma, John. So Celtic are monitoring that situation for the January transfer window.
Don't know anything about him. Ferguson, so it's a name I've always linked with Rangers in it. Ferguson, it's just always had a Rangers ring. It's always been Ferguson's that's played for them. Doesn't sound right. A Ferguson, it's a Celtic supporter. I know there's probably thousands of them. It's just I'm talking about playing for Celtic. I don't remember a Ferguson ever playing for Celtic. Do you?
Not at the top of my head, John. Nope, can't remember of any Fergusons playing for Celtic.
It's a strange one. If anybody remembers a Ferguson playing for Celtic, I'm sure there must have been some time somebody called Ferguson played for Celtic, but there's been a load of them played for Rangers. Dunk Ferguson, Barry Ferguson, his brother and all that stuff, all Rangers linked. But it's just a name. I'm just saying, I've never heard of a Ferguson that's played for Celtic, so maybe it'd be a welcome addition to have one for a change.
Yeah, obviously Barry Ferguson's nephew was linked to Celtic last summer, when he's over in Italy now. I can't remember that boy's name. Ferguson, obviously, but I can't remember. Lewis, that's him, yeah, played for Aberdeen. He was linked with Celtic, wasn't he? So maybe there's something in that name that's just not meant to play for Celtic. Who knows? And by the way, I don't know if he's a Celtic supporter. I just know he plays for Ireland. Right, John. We'll keep an eye on that anyway, because we are in desperate need of a striker or two at Celtic. Okay, right, John. There's not really much more news, if you like, coming from your newsreels or your feeds or your Celtic News Now or anything like that. There's not really much happening at all just now. Obviously, the Scotland games are this weekend. One on Friday, one on Saturday, one on Tuesday. So we're looking forward to that, obviously. In fact, let's do that then, John. Let's go into the predictor, because we've not done the full predictor for the weekend yet. We'll give our scores for the Celtic ladies versus the Rangers ladies. We've done that already. Let's move into the rest of the predictor between us. John's currently sitting at 16-8 to yourself. So let's see if I can pull a couple back this weekend. And we'll start with the Scotland game, John. Greece versus Scotland on Saturday.
Greece are a good team. I know Scotland beat them 3-1 the last time they played. I think Scotland, that scoreline heavily flattered Scotland, to be honest with you. Greece are a cracking team. Scotland, I don't know how they managed to pull that out the bag, but pull it out the bag they did. It's a difficult game going to Greece. I don't know. It's a tough one. I think Greece will turn us over in this one. I hope not, but I think Greece will turn us over. I'm going to say 2-0 to Greece.
I'll go to one each, John. One each would be a fantastic point for Scotland in that game. Okay, John, that's fair enough. And we'll move on to the Hibs versus Hearts ladies game on Sunday, 4:10 kick-off. If anybody's bored, they've got that to watch, I suppose. But what do you think, John, for the predictor anyway? Hibs versus Hearts?
I've no idea, man. I've never watched a Hibs Hearts ladies game. Totty-scone derby, as I like to call it. Edinburgh derby's always been a Totty-scone derby to me. I'll go for a Hibs win. Hibs to win it 2-1.
Yeah, I've no idea either. But I know two of them are doing okay in the Ladies League, aren't they? Well, they did last year. I don't know about this season. So both teams doing okay. I'll go the 2-1 Hearts, John. Okay, you're picking.
I know I know Hibs were champions last season, but I don't know how good they are this season. I've not even looked at the women's table for a long time, but I know Hibs a pretty strong team. I'll go for a Hibs win 2-1, and you're going for Hearts to win 2-1, aye?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. As you said, I know the team they were last season. Okay, moving on. There's only another 3 to go here, John. And predictor, we've got Scotland versus Denmark on Tuesday at Hampden.
Scotland versus Denmark at Hampden. Do you know what? I still don't know if Scotland are top of the group or is it Denmark. I think Greece are out the running. They're out yet. They've got nothing to lose when they play Scotland, Greece. Pressure might be off then. They might not try as hard. I'm not really sure what to expect with the Greece game, but there you go. I've already gave my score prediction. Denmark, again, depends on the outcome of the table. Who's at the top? How many points is there in it? It could be a very, very interesting game. But I'm thinking Scotland's going to get beat by Greece, and I think they need to win at Hampden against Denmark if that's the case. I'm going to go for a draw at Hampden. It'll be Scotland and Denmark, 1 each.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a must-win come Tuesday, John. It's going to be a must-win for Scotland. And I think they'll do it, John. I think they'll go there at Hampden Park with a must-win, get the 3 points and win the game. 1-0 to Scotland for me in that one. All right, John, let's move on. We've got Brunei Watch. We've done Brunei Watch for a wee while. They are at home to Arbroath. Hello.
Sorry, I had you muted. Arbroath. Home to Arbroath. I'll go for a Brunei win for this one. I'm going to say 2-0 to Ayr United.
2-0 to Ayr. Just taking out these in my diary. I'll say 3-1 to Ayr United, John, in that one for me. And finally, Gibraltar. Just added this to make it up to the 6 and for the sort of a high score element of this one. Gibraltar versus Scotland under 21s, but it's in Gibraltar, John. Just a guess, clearly. What do you think, buddy?
Yes, all these games I've no idea. I don't watch these teams, but I'm going to go. Look, it's Gibraltar. Scotland should be beating Gibraltar. I'm going to go for a 4-0 to Scotland.
5-0. I'll just sit on top of you there with an extra goal there, John. 5-0. Should be comfortable enough for the young Scots. Right, John, okay, that's it. That is actually it for this week. There's nothing really much else to talk about as regards to, Glasgow Celtic. We're all looking forward to the St Mirren game clearly next weekend. We're looking forward to the football returning. But we do have a few games to keep us occupied, John, there. We've got the Celtic Rangers ladies game, Hibs Hearts ladies game. We've got a couple of Scotland games in between. And, various other international games, I suppose. So enough there to keep your telly switched on if you want to watch a wee game. I'm actually looking forward to that Celtic versus Rangers ladies game tonight, John.
I'll watch it. I'll give it a wee watch, see what's happening there. But nothing else to watch. What was I going to say? What was the score with the Celtic B, by the way, during the week?
Was that for the competition, wasn't it? Yeah, I can't remember who it was. We're playing East Kilbride beat them, John. 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
Anybody get it right in the predictor, no? No,
the only one that was even close to it was Mad About Football. Actually put on a comment giving everybody a clue, giving some, where they are in league table. So thank you to him for that. But nobody took him up on his offer, John. Everybody was still saying Celtic. But it finished 2-0. He said 3-0 to East Kilbride. So that the boy was very unlucky there, John. I
was closer than him. I says 3-1.
Well,
I don't know if that's closer or not. But no, look, I knew Celtic B when they beat East Kilbride. Just had a wee feel on that. That's why I went for 3-1. I'm surprised nobody else picked.
Yeah, not everybody else picked Celtic, John. I think there was another one picked East Kilbride, but I said in this last podcast I was going to change it, and I totally forgot. I was really busy, forgot to change it. So, obviously I had to go with what I said on the last podcast. So, it doesn't matter. Nobody got it right anyway, John. So it rolls on to this week. Just maybe everything I wanted to mention before we go, John, and it's a totally, pointless point, if you like, but I just thought I'd bring it up anyway. I'll be back in the summer, back in late July, early August. I mentioned on the podcast that Celtic were taking down the banners, outside the stadium, the big banners outside the stadium that cover the stadium. I mentioned on the podcast that Celtic were taking them down and they were going to be replaced. And some walloper came onto the comments and said, you don't know what you're talking about. The banners are never going to get placed. They're down for good, blah, 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 blah. Drove by the other day there, John, and the new banners are just about completed. And it looks quite nice, actually. So once they're up and done, I'll get a wee video made for anybody that's wondering what I'm talking about. The new banners outside the Celtic Park Stadium, John. So I don't know if you've seen that yet. Have anywhere online or anything, John?
No, I did see something about it a couple of weeks ago. I seen the pictures of what they would look like. I've not seen it. I don't live in Glasgow or anywhere near Celtic Park, but I know you pass it quite regular, and I'll wait till you put your picture up and I'll see it when it's done, Xander. But I did see the pictures of what it would look like a couple of weeks ago, but that's all I've seen. Obviously, they're no finished yet, so it's impossible to see the real deal.
Yeah, I think the sort of stormy weather the last few days has put that on hold, but it's coming along nicely. It is looking good, so I'll get a wee video up on that. So look out for that, folks. I've not put any videos up over the last few days because there's nothing to put a video up about, and I might put a video up tonight. In fact, I will put a video up tonight if Celtic ladies beat Rangers ladies. That video will be up, but if not, it'll just be the stadium video. Right, John, that's it. That's it for the day. Thank you for coming on, pal. We will return on Monday. It's 2 a week just now during this international break, folks. Remember, just the 2 instead of the 3. Just as well, Johnny, because there isn't really much to talk about at all.
I don't know. So when I flick through Celtic stuff, I see podcasts are still putting one on every day, sometimes 2 a day. If you look at the bigger Celtic podcasts, what they've got to talk about, I've absolutely no idea. It's clearly stuff that, I don't know. I don't know who would be interested in it, to be honest with you. Just listening to absolute nonsense about. If I'm listening to Celtic stuff, it's got to be news, and news means new stuff surrounding Celtic, and there's nothing new surrounding Celtic. So you're basically just listening to nonsense when you're watching this stuff that put one out every single day, sometimes 2 a day. Totally pointless. Totally pointless.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about at all. I really don't know where they get their stories from. But hey, that's up to them, John. That's their income. We don't get income out of this. We just do this off of our backs, our own free time, no payment whatsoever, and that's the way it'll always be on the Celtic Forever podcast. Right, John, that's it. That wraps it up for the day. You want to add before we go?
No, just nothing else to add because there's nothing else happening. So just look forward to maybe watching the Scotland Saturday and Tuesday, see how they got on. Celtic ladies against Rangers ladies tonight. Not really that interested in it, Xander, but it'll give me something to watch. It'll pass time to the Scotland games on.
Yeah, and then roll on next weekend we go to Paisley, John. Okay. We'll get into more about that a wee bit later on, and at the start of next week, Monday, we'll be back on with the podcast when we'll have a wee chat about the upcoming fixtures for Celtic. Thanks for coming on, John. We'll catch you on Monday, buddy.
Catch you Monday, Xander. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail, buddy. Catch you later. Catch you all soon.
The Celtic Forever podcast is a zero advert and zero profit channel. The channel also includes Celtic highlights and player interviews, so join the uninterrupted fun and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.